Well, you know it.
Oh my god!
It's
What?
So what did you do to do?
I signed out again and then signed in again.
Really?
I did exactly the same thing. Oh, I'm not even connected. Hi, now I'm connected. Hi.
Am I connected? Hold on.
Oh my god, we have been here for like the past 30 minutes trying to make this thing work, and hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
What did? Oh. Remember, you still got the mic on, so talking. It's okay.
Okay, I'm back. Did you explain what happened?
Right. So everyone, basically, we were. So I'm Taylor.
So I'm Lou Jack. Hi.
This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney,
we're
and
35 minutes late.
We're 35 minutes late because we started and it didn't work. We started again, it didn't work.
Yeah, so basically it kept saying there was an error and it kept showing up in gray. And
so I went on the YouTubes and checked if this is like a common thing, and there should probably be some kind of fix to it. So it's like, oh, well, you do the you get yourself a two-step authentication, and then you sign out, and then you sign back in.
Yeah. So I did both of those, and then it still didn't work. So I signed out and signed in again, and then it did work.
Yeah, the little on-air thing went red, and Lujack was like, I don't know, it's not showing up. And it's like, yeah, but the dot was red. Give it like 5 seconds. Come on. And then it shows up.
Oh, my God.
So, thank you.
I
Thank you so much for joining us.
I was ready to give up. Like, if it hadn't worked that time, I would have just called it quits and gone back to playing Far Cry. Like, holy crap, dude.
You know, we are so blessed.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
I was thinking that it might just be Twitch, just twitching out. But
twitching out. Oh my God. I've had dinner. I've had dinner in the time that it took us to figure out.
Yeah, but you were eating dinner when we were starting the stream.
That is technically true. I was actually gonna let. It's one of those nights where, like, so basically my sister had something cooking in the crap pot all day. And by the time dinner time came around, we got like a friend of the family visiting, and you know, it's kind of rude to get food out when there's someone over. I mean, I do that with Taylor, but like he also doesn't like any food, so I don't even worry about it.
Yeah, you just have your snacks or whatever.
But like anyone else,
yeah,
Grandma and my sister are very old-fashioned in the sense that like it's rude to eat in front of people, and yeah, it is. I get that.
I mean, if you're not sharing.
If you're not sharing, yeah, or if they don't want any, then you know you do you. So, and she was here for like hours, and by the time Beth was finally like, you know what, I'm hungry, you're hungry, we're gonna eat, and Melly
so we snuck the food out.
Yeah, yeah. And she like went up to Melly, and I don't know what the conversation was, but it was basically like, yeah, I'll head out whenever you want to eat, and so we wanted to eat, and so then she did, and so she brought me my plate, and it was like already stream time, so I was like, all right, here you go, Taylor, I'm gonna give you the controller because only now am I able to eat, so you control things while I eat, and we'll stream while I eat, which I know is unprofessional, but it wasn't very loud food. It wasn't very crunchy.
But then it didn't work anyway.
But then it didn't work anyways. So now
he's already got dinner done.
I ate my entire dinner in the time it took us to figure out.
And I got to watch a bunch of the previous episode. I mean, basically we're excuse me. We met Emma, the forensics baby.
Yeah.
Her older sister is Lana, who is the chief prosecutor, who is in trouble for stabbing the detective, not Gumshoe, but Bruce Goodman. And we encountered, what was her name? Angel Star.
Oh yeah, Angel Star.
Who sells little bento boxes at the parking lot.
Yeah. Man, that lady is a total C-word. Cuckoo head!
Where is that from?
Oh, it's from Family Guy, I think. No, American Dad. It's American Dad. His He's like, yeah, man, that lady is a total C-word. Hey, we're all guys here, I'll say it. KOK had. But it was like in the voice of that sort of, hi, this is how I talk. That sort of old-timey kind of, like PG sitcom voice.
Okay.
Is the best way I can describe it.
I just realized that the potted plant behind him has the same ruffles as he does.
It feels like this is Edgeworth's room. I feel like it will be by the time this DLC is done.
I mean, he even wears the same colors as the Von Karma thing.
But if this does
and
wind
the
up
suit
becoming
behind
his room,
him,
then they should have had it so that it didn't look like this until after he redecorated or whatever.
my headcanon is that he actually did get Von Karma's, like, vest and shirt and had it pressed and then put it in a wall display. As like, I have defeated the old evil.
Right. I thought Von Karma was wearing blue.
Maybe, but no.
I don't know.
No, I feel like red colors are a prosecutor thing in the series specifically.
Yeah.
Hold on. So we're just carrying around the bloody knife.
Yeah, that's not weird. Holy crap, dude.
So did we ask him all the questions?
I think we did.
Yeah.
And now I don't know.
Now,
what to do.
did we bring the? Oh, can we show him the ID?
Yeah, I was gonna show him the knife. But...
Yes, that does look like it. Yeah, maybe he knows something about Bruce.
Well, we'll show him both.
Check it again.
Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
This pancake.
What?
Oh, I was just thinking about that animation that's Wario and Waluigi, and Waluigi's like, you say wah all the time. No, I don't. Well, I bet you can't go a whole day without saying wah. And so it's like Wario, and he's at a Waffle House, and he's like, yeah, give me a large pancake. And then later on, he's like jogging out in a park, and there's a guy selling like water bottles. He's like, "What would you like, sir?" And he's like, "Yeah, give me a large."
What,
and then he sees, and then Wario, and then
was
Waluigi.
He buying it from Goofy?
No, it was a Koopa of some kind. But then like you see Waluigi like peeking up from a bush trying to catch him, and he's like, "Pancake."
I thought it was Waluigi. He said wah.
They both say wah, but it was Wario trying to not say wah.
That's pretty funny. Wah.
Did you know that their names are puns?
I did not.
So I think they're based on, was it warui, which is like a Japanese word for bad or evil or something. And so you had Mario and Luigi, but Wario instead of Warui, and Waluigi. So basically, if you wanted to do the same pun in English, they'd be named like, you'd have Mario and Luigi, and then like Bad Word and Badmond.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mr. Evilton.
Mr. Evilton.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
What is Doofenshmirtz from?
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Someone made a compilation of all of his backstories and then put them in chronological order.
Huh.
And it's like 40 minutes long. He's got some deep lore there. Mr. Wright.
What? Oh, sorry. What? Huh? What? I'm so used to yelling at Mai all the time.
Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Please. Oh.
Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he?
Wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. And my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. I'm so depressed. Here, look at this knife.
It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Man, especially with you. That's the funny thing, like, policy-wise, I shouldn't. It's just, but like, game-wise, I'm like, this would make a lot of sense if I could ask someone about the, I don't know, Bruce Goodman, and, not the knife thing, though. I think the knife is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Okay, I guess. Fuck you, Edgeworth. Bye.
Why did he get the Potassium Award, though?
What?
It's the big K.
Oh, yeah.
It's
oh,
a...
no, but he explained that. It was.
Well, it was supposed to be a prank for something, but I don't know if the K actually came up in conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
My guess is that it didn't translate literally.
I don't know.
It should just be a big L.
Just a big L for losing.
Just there, except the L.
I don't know what to do now when I cannot slide anymore in
What
this
happens if we... What happens if
Hey,
we...
look at
Yeah,
this
give her the knife.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, we can look at the knife, too. Yeah, let's do that next.
Wait,
but...
we should probably do that.
Yeah, alright, let's, Yep,
Ooh.
that's, definitely a knife.
Yeah, that's...
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Yep, that's a book, alright. Fuck you, book.
Where is that from?
I was when I was streaming Firewatch.
Oh, yeah.
I was streaming Firewatch on my own one time, and it was like, hey, click this button to examine book, and all it does is zoom in on the book, and I'm just like,
I don't know
yep,
if we
that's
stream
the
this.
book,
I don't
alright.
know. Past tense stream. I don't know if we streamt this, but my theory of the Firewatch guy and why he'll go around collecting like whiskey bottles, but he doesn't actually drink at all.
Oh yeah.
It's that like he knew someone who is an alcoholic and doesn't want like random bottles to be lying around, and that's why he like collects all the whiskey that he finds, like all the alcohol he finds, and puts it in his place, but he doesn't actually drink any of it.
Huh. Holy crap.
Why don't those Firewatch stations have... I was gonna say, why don't they have like 2 people or something? But like...
Yeah, like a
I don't
buddy
know.
to talk to.
I feel like I'd go a little crazy there. That, and I'd be nervous that like I'd take a nap and wake up and there'd be a fire.
Why?
Cause like you're still sleeping like a third of the day or whatever. Like you don't want to. Do you just like sleep in like the middle of the day, or like when people are normally not setting?
Well, what if it's
fires?
like a situation where there are multiple towers looking at the same area, and so like they take shifts?
You'd think, man, and that game really did feel super scarce because of the fact that like you don't even talk to like other like fire tower
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Now that you're actually able to come over for streams, I would like to stream that again, but like with you. But like not for a while.
Not for a while.
Like a way later after we've got some more games under our belt and it's not as fresh in our minds. But yeah, that's your line.
I did read that line.
Did you? Well, I didn't fucking know. Oh, that's some word you're probably not allowed to say on YouTube. Huh? There's like a whole lot of words on YouTube you're not allowed to say, but some of them are just weird. Like,
No, it's on the list that we saw. It was words that that the algorithm, I guess the algorithm disagrees with, and what's the word? It can't be in the title or description. Huh?
Also, YouTube is racist.
It's just like, don't put the word Asian in your title.
Or Brazilian.
Don't put Brazilian.
And it apparently hates very specific people, like John Jafari, and
Or-
that one lady
and
person whose name I...
Carl Los.
Carla,
I don't remember.
Get
her name.
low.
But it was just like this specific person. Yes, you're not allowed in my video.
You're not allowed to
And it's like,
be
but they're not.
mentioned.
What did they do
What did they
though?
do?
Why?
Oh, and female's also a word that...
Oh yeah, the word female.
Which also means that I wouldn't be able to talk about the female and the boys. And you know what? I know this is going on
It wouldn't be in the title or description. They're not. I don't think they.
I thought it was words that you couldn't say in general.
Well, that's now I'm kind of worried because if they were analyzing metadata by using the auto translate English, would be just nuts because then it could be like, oh, I may have accidentally picked up this word and I'm gonna put like a demerit in the algorithm.
Dude, that means that if someone talks about like the female from the boys, like their origin story or whatever, they would get demonetized simply for having it on their description, like origin of the female.
You know what's weird? Looking back on how like YouTubers have had like various moments of struggle. Not specific YouTubers, but like YouTubers on YouTube just having trouble with like the algorithm or what have you. And it still like baffles me how there's like sort of waves of what's the word? Like waves of strictness that have sort of appeared and disappeared. Where like everyone was like, oh, hold on, all the videos are like getting randomly demonetized or like randomly set to private or whatever, and every once in a while it'll just go back to normal and they'll be like, oh yeah, I managed to stream like, I don't know, all of Outlast 1 and 2 and Whistleblower and like had no problems.
Huh. So...
Which now that I think about it, dude, how important, you know how making a video game involves like good, like, sort of not brand recognition, but what I call good indexing. Basically, you don't want to have something that has a very similar name to something that already exists.
Right.
Like, for instance, if you looked up Disney Frozen, you would find the movie, and instead of before Frozen came out, you'd find results about like Disney having a frozen head in a jar somewhere.
Huh.
That sort of thing. Well, they were going to do that with what's the word? Little Nightmares. The original concept for the game was going to be called Hunger, but
then you would get Hunger Games.
Yeah, if you looked up Hunger, you just get a bunch of stock images. If you look up Hunger Game, you'd get Hunger Games and Minecraft Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So that's why they went with Little Nightmares. Well, that's how it is with. I wonder if game developers are realizing that now they have to be careful of what their title is according to like YouTube algorithms, just because like getting what's the word, if you had like a very like risque name or something, that it just wouldn't like make it on YouTube, where like someone really popular could review it but it would get demonetized. Technically it would still get out there now that I think about it. So yeah, as long as the YouTubers are playing it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple.
What was Edgeworth doing with an apple?
You remember a TA back in high school who would like eat an apple, but he always had a knife that he was like peel it with as he was eating them? Back in middle school.
I think I remember
that. Was
that.
middle school, not high school.
I vaguely remember something like that.
He'd always say, "Don't make me come out my bag."
That was...
Mr. R.
No, hold on. I mean, I remember the guy, but I'm trying to remember. That was middle... Yeah, that was middle school.
That was middle school, yeah.
It's weird, because, like, we didn't really, like, hang out until, like, high school.
Yeah, I mean, like, we spoke in middle school, but it wasn't until high school that we actually became friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What's that?
he was like
that's your line.
Oh yeah. He was like this super old black dude, and he had like a bunch of old black dude lingo.
It's just he just had like an old timiness about him.
Yeah.
It made me come out of my bag.
Don't make me come out of my bag. No, please.
Stay in that bag, please, sir.
Back in your bag.
Wherever your bag is, please secure it. I'm getting back to my schoolwork, sir.
Going back to writing. He helped me get faster at writing, because like
you got a lot of because you had like a chicken scratch kind of writing.
Yeah. Well, my issue with writing was that one of the things that I'm always gonna remember that he did for me was like help me with improving my writing skill, because my OCD used to be like so bad that I would obsess over every letter as I was writing, so I wrote really slowly. And so what he had me do was he would basically, like, he noticed one time, because that's his job. His job is to like notice what you're doing and help fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what TAs do. That's what good TAs do.
That's what a good TA does.
Yeah. And so he was basically like, okay, listen up. And then he like sat me on the desk and he was like, write your name out. And so he saw me write my name out and he was like, all right, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get faster at writing, and you're gonna do it by writing your name, and you're going to be less obsessive about it. And so like day by day, I would get like timed on my on how fast I would write my name out, until I stopped focusing so much on each individual letter, so I was able to actually keep up with notes and stuff.
Nice.
Like a normal person. But yeah, so I ran into him on the city bus once after high school.
That must have been wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. a good dude. Shout out to him. I hope he's doing well.
Was he in his bag at the time?
Yeah.
He had changed bags since then,
He
but
had a
his
new
bag
bag.
still felt the same.
It was a very pristine bag. He moved up in the world.
You've seen many bags, child, but do not let me escape this one.
Don't make me come out my bag.
Oh, sorry.
He was a good dude. What's
was-
Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild, looking for Gordy.
Edgeworth? In the wild? In this economy? Nah, couldn't be. I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought.
Actual cannibal Miles Edgeworth.
Actual cannibal Miles Edgeworth. Running
Yeah,
for your life
and,
from Miles
you can spin
Edgeworth.
it around, I think.
I did.
Alrighty.
Spinning it.
Yep,
That's a knife.
pretty much got all the... I was hoping it had like a little thing on the pommel or something.
Yeah. That's a knife. All right. I guess move back to Edgeworth because.
Okay, so we couldn't give him the ID, and he wasn't going to talk about the knife.
Nah.
Wait, did you give the
Oh wait,
ID?
I should examine the room. We haven't
Yeah,
done that
let's
yet.
snoop around a little bit.
A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's made of a very fine material.
Not just any mahogany.
No, don't you dare.
But it's for the planet Valkyr 7.
Where the trees are 500 feet tall.
And breathe fire. That only
Don't tell me that this desk was cut by the ancient blood rituals of the Malkiorians.
It exactly was, and as such, it makes it not only nigh indestructible, but it can also bend the very fabric of the universe. Also, it's a very fine material, very expensive.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Dude, that's gonna go on like lists of jokes that like get a little funnier when it's retold.
Yeah.
There's the mahogany desk. There's a werewolf bar mitzvah. There's pretty much a lot of the Game Grumps stuff.
Yeah. It's a very big day for young Joshua. Is
He
that
said
his
he
werewolf
was-
mitzvah?
Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves.
If you're from the planet that the Wonder Twins are from, which I can't remember the name of. Ah, dude, it was weird for show and tell, or no, it wasn't show and tell, it was like... It was something where everyone was talking about like their ancestral
Planets.
culture or whatever.
Alright.
Not necessarily planets, but just like culture in general. And he was like, yeah, we've pretty much like perfected social standings on our planet. We got like world peace and whatnot, and it's great. We're all pretty chill unless there's a thunderstorm, in which case we all become very lustful. Men become women, women become animals. There's a lot of bodily fluids. It gets weird.
F you, thunder! I have not seen that movie.
Dude, it's a good movie.
We should watch it together.
Yeah, Ted.
I feel like that would be a thing we would watch.
Yeah, that's a thing we could watch together.
It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. It's very fine material.
Look-
Ah!
Oh,
Why is
hi.
there a ghost of Gumshoe?
Why is Gumshoe there? Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
Maybe I'll take the... But it's not your name! Well, actually, no. It would say High Prosecutor Sky, and then she could just take that and use it later when she becomes High Prosecutor.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you.
Okay, so it is his death, so... Alright.
Hey, let's examine...
I got confused because I thought this was... I thought the High Prosecutor would have been what's-her-name, and that they wouldn't switch out everything super quick. But no, this is... I guess the High Prosecutor was...
Yeah, it's weird.
They're confusing the things, but this is the head prosecutor, not the High Prosecutor, but the head prosecutor is Edgeworth.
Head prosecutor's Edgeworth. High prosecutor is... What's her face? The sky person, Lana. How can I forget that name? Lana. Lana! Exactly.
His name is... His name is Filbert What's-His-Faces.
What game was that from?
I don't know!
It was some game where
Someone
there was...
look up What's-His-Faces. The actual name
He
What's-His-Face.
has like actual
He's like a
faces,
demon.
like many faces.
Yeah, he's got like a 6 He's got 3 pairs of eyes.
From some
on his head.
Was it Devil May Cry?
No, but it had a Devil May Cry vibe where it was all like very like serious demons versus a sarcastic man.
Yeah.
There was a
Serious Demons versus Sarcastic Man, the game.
It's a genre. Man, Serious Demons versus Sarcastic Human, that should be... Just add that, make that a whole genre.
Technically, Dante's not a human. Sounds like a band. My sister thinks it sounds like a band. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Serious Demons versus Sarcastic Human.
That's too long of a title.
A monster truck rally, maybe?
Savage Lunch and their hit single, Too Much Trust in a Fart.
This Sunday. If it was like a monster truck rally instead.
You went in a vastly different direction.
Well, yeah. Well, monster truck rally.
Oh, okay. So it would be like a demo derby, and it would be Serious Demons versus Sarcastic Human.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah, like.
And Serious Demons is or like a horse race. Serious Demons is moving into third place. Is moving into second. Man, horses in horse races have like the wildest names.
I've never been to the track.
Have you? It's funny because I think I've been to a racetrack once at one point, but
upon a time, once
but like most of, but I only know about like the weird names from various like forms of fiction where just they've got very wacky names. I imagine there's a really interesting like Wikipedia article of like all the like weird racehorse names.
Right.
Because like sometimes you give your racehorse like a pretty straightforward name, like I don't know, Caesar or something. But sometimes it's like
Caesar Salad pulling into third.
Yeah, but you name it like I don't know, Mama's Shoes.
Name it
like,
Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk is pulling into second.
I was telling Taylor about The Boys and how like one of the characters is called Mother's Milk.
And
he's a pretty cool dude. He's kind of like the nanny of the team. He just kind of like babysits Frenchman and female and makes sure they're not like doing anything bad.
Wow, this jacket is even nicer than the usual ones. And I was actually gonna go to my phone while I was not reading lines. Oh, this must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it.
You must have a great time at costume parties because you can always go as a pirate or a Victorian
vampire
gentleman or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, vampire is super easy because he just wears his stuff and then he puts some vampire some goth makeup on. Yeah. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame.
I'm sure there's a story behind why your face was broken. Oh, it was my fist. Ha ha! Don't hit women. That's not funny. There's nothing funny about that.
I was gonna lead
Unless that woman is like a super crazy strong demon person from an anime. Then hit the shit out of them.
I mean, it comes down to the simple principle that like if you must fight.
Yeah.
maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
I want to get with ya and take your picture. She's getting way too excited about this.
We're looking for a man. First name Moto, last name Moto. Here's how you spell it. M-O-T-O, M-O-T-O.
Wait, what's he from? Is that Yu Yu Hakusho?
When he shows up, ladies want to take a photo. You know.
Wait, who's Moto Moto? Is that from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Madagascar.
Oh, Oh, that guy.
I like him big. I like him plummy. I love his appearance in that film. Just his introduction is so perfect because they're like, oh, it looks like he likes you, and then it just cuts to his eyebrow, like his eyes and his very expressive eyebrows above the water. His intro music starts playing, and he like slowly emerges from the water, but he moves with such purpose that nothing stops him. So like he pushes over like people and like trees and stuff on his way up the beach. It's such a comedically solid scene.
I forgot about Moto.
How could you forget about Moto?
It's been ages since I saw the Madagascar movie. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It's got a big K on it.
K? Thanks, K-Bye.
Prosecutors.
Mumbles of prosecutors. Huh? What's that?
Is it King of... Oh, yeah, it is. It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? I dropped my accent. It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So
that K, that's...
K stands for... Yes, we just said...
Yeah, I think we cleared that up.
Yeah, you... Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. I mean, it's a big K. It's not even a respectable serif font.
Edward's all embarrassed. That's hilarious.
King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better.
King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record.
Ooh, let's look at it. I bet it has something neat on it.
Wait, I'm able to look at it?
Yeah, let's look at it again.
Yeah?
Let's touch it again. So that's the King of Prosecutors' shield.
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors.
I've become the Biggie Smalls of prosecutors. Even I... Edgeworth, do you even get that reference? No, I only know it secondhand.
What was the reference?
The Biggie Smalls of prosecutors. Because there's that famous portrait of him with the crown.
Yeah.
I think it was... If I got that wrong, I'm gonna be in trouble. Because I don't know my histories. I do not know proper heraldry of the great artists.
I don't
Congratulations! King of Prosecutor! Please stop saying that.
That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off?
I was gonna say, I mean, the K looks fine, but the shield...
You look fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's give it a spin.
Give it a spin.
Alright. Oh, look, it's got a little fist. Oh. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Oh, no! Guess he must be... he's from not a Vamprovania.
Yeah, that's probably it.
You know what's weird? I honestly, even though I've looked it up a few times, I honestly cannot remember if... Right. No, Transylvania is a real place, but it's not its own country. It's like a province. It's like a subsection of Romania. Kind of like how you can talk about Holland and be like, that's a place. I know that's a place, but it's a it's both a city and a what's the word? It's actually a province of the Netherlands.
Not to be confused with Holland Valley from Hope County, Montana.
I don't know what someone from the Netherlands is called.
They're
Netherlandian?
Norwegian? No.
No, that's from Norway.
They're Norse, aren't they?
You'd think.
The Netherlands.
I mean, it's a Scandinavian region, but I'll have to look that up. Because sometimes you get you get answers that expand your brain. Someone from Quebec, it's not Quebecian, it's Quebec. Hold on, Quebecois.
Wow.
Add a little.
That sounds like a martial arts.
That'd be cool. No, because Quebec is primarily French, so it has, instead of just being adding an Ian or an ish, you add the French bit of wa in there.
He's super strong. That's his gimmick.
I thought you were gonna say the Frenchman. He's super strong and super naked.
Why would he be naked?
He's based on the Flesh. He's super strong and super naked.
Who's the Flesh?
He's super strong and super naked.
I'm not getting your reference.
He was a superhero on a superhero basically someone got a bunch of dollar store superhero action figures and then made a show about it, and I forget what it was called, but it was on that series. Was it the Kablam shows on Nickelodeon? Remember back when they were being like way more experimental with like shorts and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the mini shows.
Huh.
And I specifically remember that line because it was just so funny. They're like, okay, we have this like this I don't know like generic looking G.I. Joe guy, and then it's like, oh, what are we gonna do with him? Oh, he just runs around with no clothes and then he lifts heavy things. And we can do that because he's a toy, so it's just just flat.
That's funny. Unlike Glass Joe, who is also French but like super weak. Punch Out.
Yeah, I mean he's the first guy you fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes.
There's a lot of stereotypes in that.
Also, Mario is the referee.
The weirdest thing.
No, dude. Mario is the
Oh
referee.
yeah. The funny thing about that is how like because the original was Mike Tyson's Punch Out and the final boss was Mike Tyson, which I always thought was kind of funny because like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was like crazy good at like boxing and stuff, but like I do get a giggle out of the idea that like someone is put in a video game and they're like the final boss, because like man like. I'm just imagining like him like playing that game and it's like this is really hard, guys. This isn't something you like. I'm not good at video games. That's not what I specialize in. So like I got like halfway through this and then I'm like, bro, they're not telegraphing their attacks as much, and I gotta react with my thumbs.
This is just ridiculous.
That was one of my big questions: is did Mike Tyson ever beat Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Did he?
I don't know.
Huh.
I'd like to imagine that he at least played it, though.
Yeah. Your line.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor.
That's one word.
I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. No, you would
Douchebag
not.
is another word. When she says it, his name
says it.
have kind of a ring to it.
Von Karma. And then I like that. Look, it's like a little fist holding the shield. Look at the fist.
Oh yeah.
Look at the fist.
I see it.
No, as in put your.
I can't.
All right. How about the K?
No, I already tried that.
All right.
I don't know how it got sideways. Oh, there we go. Wait, nope.
This has got me thinking. This has to be a clue, right? Like nothing's ever really this out of place.
I don't fucking know.
Well, as in like. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. Me too.
I bet he pores over his case files here in the wee hours in the morning. I bet he's got like a little like sleeping cap and like a little candle thing with the, the little loop on the side so you can hold it.
What's that? The long robe.
Oh, that's my.
Yeah, that's still your line.
That seemed like a sarcastic line that Phoenix would say, right?
Yeah.
He takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. Yeah, he's just leaning back. But like man, his neck would be so uncomfortable on that giant K.
Yeah. You think Edgeworth uses a sleeping cap?
I'm gonna say no. He strikes like cartoonly speaking, he strikes me as the kind of guy who sleeps with one of those eye cover things.
Oh yeah, those,
it's got and it's in the same color as his jacket, curtains and sofa. It's like that same like sort of pinkish red.
Yeah, I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
But in the morning, he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the ceiling. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool? Emma, I think you might be a little bit obsessed.
Look, he's got the king trophy. He's on the sofa. He's sofa king cool.
He's sofa king. Dude, I get it! So fucking cool!
Thank you. Thank you for getting that.
Oh, it's awesome.
My. What an amazing bouquet. Bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't know he had a preferred flower.
I don't know either. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before.
I suddenly have the urge to be sassy on Twitter.
Is that Wendy's? Like the
Yeah,
restaurant?
did you?
I didn't. I mean, yeah, I did know that. I've
Everybody
seen some of
knows
the tweets.
Man, that was a
Wait.
that was like it's 2010s thing, wasn't it?
Oh man, dude, I saw this picture of Jif Peanut Butter, and they were like, it was like the actual peanut butter company making a tweet, and like there were two things of jars of peanut butter, and one of them was spelled with a G, and it was like, Jif, creamy peanut butter, GIF, and then it like gave the definition for what GIF.
Typically,
Yeah,
but
and
the
it was like,
graphical.
well, I guess we know where Jif stands on the Jif GIF debate. Look, man, G stands for graphical, so it's clearly GIF.
It could be. It could be.
It's not graphical. It's graphical.
I think. Yeah, you're right. I mean, at least we got one argument that I think makes sense despite the company's best efforts, and that everyone calls it Nutella because it's made with hazelnuts, not hazelnuts.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it just kind of rolls off the tongue as Nutella.
Nutella.
I mean,
Man,
you could say Nutella, but it's a shorter vowel.
Dude, I fucking love.
Wow, I want one.
Huh?
Wow, I want one.
There's something written on the bottom of his foot.
Can we analyze it?
I don't know.
Ah,
Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy.
got all this Wendy stuff.
Ah man,
Is
I
she
love Wendy.
Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? Emma, stop fangirl. Wait a minute.
Oh, that Wendy.
Was that the Wendy?
I don't think so.
I forgot her first
Wendy
name.
is back from the dead? Was she like in a coma or something?
Maybe.
What does Wendy have to do with Edgeworth?
Whoa. Technology. What a view. Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
Yeah, one more floor up, and they got on the next floor up, they got like a bunch of witches and shit.
Nah, that's just maintenance. Which is also where the witches hang out, I guess.
Which is also
We're not gonna just leave half the floor empty. We got good witch business going on in here.
that's a Fables reference. Shout out to anyone who was able to get that.
Oh, dude, this is. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that
they're
would
the
be a
13th
Fables
floor
thing.
witches. It is a Fables thing.
I imagine that you could do like a sort of like the Continental from John Wick, where you've got a series of witches that can teleport to the 13th floor of like any hotel. They just have a series of like fast travel points.
Right.
Because if I recall correctly, a lot of hotels, simply because of what's it called, triskaidekaphobia, the fear of the number 13, a lot of hotels simply don't have a
13th floor.
13th floor for like
14th floor.
consumers.
Yeah.
So basically, there is that floor, but it's like it's used as for maintenance. That, or they just skip that floor and then. What's that one?
Wasn't that also 1403? Yeah, that was also in the movie 1403, which is. Oh. Oh. Ow.
Ah,
My sister's telling us about Faces of Evil.
right.
Faces of Death. Faces of Evil is a super shitty CDI Zelda game.
See, that's why once I did the anchor work, I would like have a coil of the rope and just toss it. Well, hold on, no, because it's bungee jumping, so you'd have to calculate how long it's going to be when it stretches and. Huh.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do that, because. That's at least 10 feet. Well, no, a whole floor, like not a lobby-sized floor, but like a regular floor, is I think 10 to 11 feet. This here? Not including like roof or not including like the roof tile on the top. No, that's not 15 feet. How tall are, like, take your height and add like 2.5 feet. So 7'7", maybe. I feel like your idea of feet are very small. You're imagining very tiny feet.
Oh, that was my sister. You only got half of that conversation because she doesn't have a mic.
I saw this. I saw this post.
Oh no.
Blue Jack.
I got disconnected.
Oh, he got disconnected. Hold on. Blue Jack.
Sister has looked through.
I saw this post the other day that was like, you know, like feet and yards and stuff are outdated, but at least like they kept it consistent. Like imagine if they changed the size of a foot to whatever the biggest foot was at the time.
Wait, what do you mean they're outdated?
Oh, as in like feet, there's like 3 feet in a yard, and there's like was it somewhere around 5,000 something.
People don't use those anymore?
No, in the United States they do, but in the rest of the world they use the metric system, which uses a system of base 10, so it's a little more intuitive. And it translates better with like mass and volume and stuff, because you can get like a liter of water is, I think, a kilogram, that sort of thing. But like, so it's just like, imagine the feet system, except they update it every time they find a new giant foot. It's just based on the largest foot in the land.
Right. I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
Well, that's handy to know.
If I was watching this stream, like on my computer, I would go and look up like a reverse fall time calculator and be like falling 3.23 seconds and figure out how long the distance would be.
Huh.
Yep. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set.
I got more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. Wonder what he uses these for. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor.
They're all tea leaves from the planet Malkior 7, where the tea leaves are all 800 feet long and breathe fire.
That is too spicy. I wish I had more gags here, but honestly, I do not know enough about tea.
Did you read that already?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at this royal blend. An exquisitely splendid concoction. And there goes my accent again.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
Has Edgeworth gone too far?
Has Edgeworth
Picture of surprised Edgeworth over a brightly colored background and a pair of tea bags.
This letter.
Okay, this one. This is a regular ladder, right? This is a rung ladder.
Stop.
Right, Phoenix? You gotta tell us what kind of ladder this is this time?
I don't fucking know.
That's one of the only, like, quirk traits that we know for sure about Phoenix that we haven't, like, made up on the spot.
Yeah.
Is that he corrects people about step ladders.
Yeah.
Oh, what are all these these are all case files? Nope, wait, hold on, this one's a Hardy Boys? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Yep, that's a book.
Mm-hmm, that's a book. Tosses.
Fuck your book.
I've been hitting the books. Don't hit books, people.
Unless it's a bad book. Unless it's like...
If it was a bad enough book, I'd be okay with it.
If it's like All-Star Batman or Spider-Man...
Look, what I'm saying is that with the coronavirus going around, you might need toilet paper. So if you got any, I don't know, Ayn Rand lying around...
Yeah, people are hoarding toilet paper now.
Yeah, it's, why? I mean, like, man, you could have just get, like, I don't know. I know you need hand sanitizer and you're gonna worry about toilet paper, but, like, you guys, someone's been getting way too much toilet paper.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone did their toilet paper shopping.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, because they ran out of toilet paper at, like, Costco, and you know how much toilet paper they have.
I told you to get a Costco card.
Then there's still time! Young boy, go down to the Costco and purchase the largest toilet paper in the land.
The one as big as me!
The one as big as you, and I'll give you a gold crown. Oddly specific literature jokes. Man, that one does not get old. There's... Why, the spirits did it all one day. Young boy, bring... I should give you half a crown if you bring me the largest vibe. Excuse me. Oh, wow.
Largest vibe?
The biggest mood. If you go down to the market and bring me their biggest mood.
The biggest... what is biggest you?
Man, you know what's funny? That all started with System Mastery. Like, they did that like as like a skit, and I was like, that's actually pretty good. You could just reel that in at any time.
Yeah.
There's even a ladder. Stares at Phoenix, expecting a ladder thing.
What kind of ladder is this, Phoenix? Odd. This isn't a... This is a completely different ladder from the one in the studio. I don't fucking remember that. The rung ladder?
Yeah, what I was saying the whole time is that whenever we see a ladder, it's been like one of the kinds that folds that you use at like a set site or whatever.
Yeah.
And
we have
so
one of
he
those
calls
here.
them step ladders because, you know, they're flat on the rungs are flat basically.
Yeah.
Whereas I've been referring to the ones that we haven't seen until now as rung ladders because the rungs are round. At least I assume that's what he means is the difference.
Right. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Probably Gumshoe. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
It adds up. No, that would explain why Gumshoe has such a personal connection to Edgeworth. It's like maybe they spend a lot of time together.
That would make
Like they don't
sense.
really hang out, but like Gumshoe he just kind of pack bonds with anyone he's around.
Right.
So I figure that like that's why he was like so keen. He's got like a personal investment.
Yeah.
Plus he's tall, so he'd be able to reach a lot of the books.
Yeah.
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder.
Sound of little bullets falling.
Sweating bullets! Let's see, what else is there? Chess.
Hey, a chessboard.
That is a chessboard. I'm not too up on on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Well, who? Normally, I'm not. I don't know enough about chess to be nitpicky, but like, how do you get through a chess game with a blue pawn at the like? That means they would. They're playing a version of chess where you have to eliminate all the pieces, so they don't have a blue. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Oh, because you're blue.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong? Their swords have edges.
Oh, sorts of edges.
I'm sure that made more sense as like a pun in Japanese.
And the blue ones have spiky hair. Did you read that?
Yes. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a pond with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing.
So I saw that and I was thinking, oh, maybe someone's playing chess with Edgeworth. But then I was thinking, like, who would it be?
Who are you? I really wanna know.
Who are you? Hold on, is that a laptop or just a very thick book-looking thing?
I think it's a laptop.
Alright. Hello,
no clues here.
You be joining
so
us?
I don't know what else to do here. Let's I guess
okay,
go
so we got
back
the
to... Oh, that's
so we got the books, the chess thing. We got talked to him. We looked at the suit, the flowers, the little samurai, the tea set. The
what happens if we present the trophy to him? Oh nope, that's not what I wanted.
I feel like you'll be.
Hey, look at this trophy again. So basically, this is you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Mr. Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Was it in like a really big box that was just full of packing peanuts? Because that's what I'm imagining. Huh? Why's that? It's in a really big box full of packing peanuts.
It's a whole
Had to
big
go
box.
to the police department to receive that broken shield.
Not just any packing peanuts, but packing
No!
peanuts from the planet of Melchior 7!
They're still, yeah, but they're made of, they're just plastic.
Yeah, but they do breathe fire.
Leave the...
Everything
No.
on Melchior 7 breathes fire. The planet is made out of fire. It's just a fiery planet. It's not a good time. Think like Apocalypse from the DC universe, except more fire.
I was thinking more along the lines of whatever the home planet of,
Heat blast?
Heat Blast. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they what are they called? They always have a very literal name.
Pyro something?
Yeah, hot pyro heat
Pyro
tans
night.
or something.
Pyronite? I don't know.
Pyrosolans. Well, their like native planet is just like a star,
It's
I
just
guess.
a sun.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
which I was like, all right, that
Yeah,
works.
that makes sense.
But
I like that when they
basically.
get colds, they become ice.
Oh yeah,
That's
each of the Ben 10 aliens gets.
Yeah, get some weird.
You know, it'd be
quirks
funny
when
if one of the Ben 10 aliens, the sickness just didn't translate because like their species is like immune. So it's like, oh, I have a cold. Maybe if I turn into, I don't know, the worst. He turns into the worst. He's like, oh, I feel fine.
The police department.
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you?
Where Detective Gumshoe works.
So
yeah.
we must have met. I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
I was wondering about something about your shields. Why is it broken? Sat on it. I forgot it was there, and then I sat on it, and then I turned the light on.
I can see that happening.
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about, like prosecuting. I am gonna go do prosecution. You're gonna go do prosecution? Yeah, bye.
I have a prosecution appointment at the dentist's.
Why are you... Edgeworth, why are you dressed up like a 50s housewife who's cheating on her husband with her husband's boss? No reason.
No reason.
Look, I gotta leave the house for a minute. What are you doing? I'm doing environment. Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse.
Yesterday was a very busy day at the prosecutor's office. Oh, and he got it. He got it on the same day, I'm guessing.
I guess.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Well, we can't go back to yesterday to ask.
Wait, how does that go?
Yesterday you said tomorrow,
Yeah.
or were you you're
No, I
thinking
was
of
thinking
another
about
quote?
like.
Today is
yeah.
yesterday's tomorrow.
No, I was thinking of a song. It was like, oh, yesterday. I don't know. All my troubles seem so far away. That's how it goes.
Ah,
Now it looks as though they're here to stay.
the day of the crime.
The day the earth stood still. Could you tell me more about yesterday?
Oh, I know a little bit about that.
Did you say
got-
tomorrow?
It's got Gort and Klaatu Barada Nikto.
What?
I know, right? It was the code that you tell Gort so he doesn't destroy the Earth.
Who's Gort?
Gort's the big robot.
From what?
The day the Earth stood still.
Oh, I never saw it.
Yeah, there's the old version that's like black and white, and then there was a new version that I think it was it Keanu Reeves? I think it was Keanu Reeves, and then Gort
John
is,
Wick?
Yeah, I think it was Keanu Reeves as the alien, and Gort is like, I don't know, like 300 feet tall and made out of nanobots. Like, they really had to escalate it.
Does he breathe fire?
He does have a eye beam thing, I think, which is kind of funny because he's also made of nanobots, so he just like can dissolve everything around him. But if he needs to destroy something like quicker than that, it's eye beams.
Right. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder?
Did you have some Swedish blah blah?
I did. It made me all sleepy.
It's a very rich meal.
It's a very rich meal. I should be napping right now. It's like, Thanksgiving turkeys? Well, like, times that by 100.
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Emma, don't you start. Please.
Cleaning day, huh?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors.
And that's when you got the shield?
That's when I got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. Write that down, write that down! You know what's funny? Like, Emma's been writing down so much stuff, but I really hope that she's been writing down the little details like that.
Right.
Because that's the sort of thing you would write down.
Yeah. That's very precise.
People like myself and Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence.
Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record.
That's good detail right there.
Yeah.
This is the parking stub from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back. Well, I guess that checks out, because unless the body was moved to the trunk, his car would have had to be there.
Right.
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. I'm misreading some of his lines, like I'm getting the tone wrong and having to, like, steer it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess this might be the cowboy, so let's go with that.
Yeah.
Nope!
That's not a cowboy!
I was wrong!
Hi! Okay, alright.
I want to do this one.
Alright, go for it.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
That's the person you're with?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
Okay.
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Yeah, that could work.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
He is the most cartoony person.
Yeah,
in this game.
it's like he's a little off model.
Holy crap! It's like if these all looked like real people, he would actually be just a cartoon.
Yeah, he's a little stretchy.
Yeah.
It's mainly the neck that's getting me. It's the neck, and that he's a little more angular.
For me, it's the face.
He's got the Rock Lee eyes and eyebrows.
Oh yeah, it's a little Rock Lee. They're all beady like.
I read the line too.
Oh.
Hit the button.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
My macaroni and cheese!
No,
I left it in the microwave!
The evilest
Have you ever... I burnt it! No, it's the worst lunch!
It's literally the worst now!
The most evil lunch! Bringing it back!
Bringing it back!
And everyone who just watched the previous episode is like, I got that reference!
Right?
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir? But sir? I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins!
Meekins!
See, I knew. I love that the character designs are, like, so particular that you can get a sense of a character's general demeanor from, like, a handful of their sprites.
Yeah.
It's just so perfect. Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know. I'd just being unfair with the service guy.
Yeah, it's just me.
Phoenix, that's some dark side points right there.
Yeah, poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains, and good luck. Oh.
Do you not? Does he not like have a, I don't know, just a inbox thing? Like just open have a new inbox, like a literal
Yeah.
inbox, you know, like
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
little box things, and it's
You'd-
just like sky related, not sky
Yeah,
related.
you would think.
Right. Because like what if he misses this and it's like important later on?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's like, oh yeah, did you review that case file with the what case file?
Right. Yeah, yes, sir? God, he caught me off guard.
As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Cool, I'm just gonna go now.
Why, this morning I was 5 ruffles angry.
Police don't. Why are
Okay,
you
so
making
this
that a
definitely
question
means
mark?
we're moving forward. So I'm very confident now.
Why is that a question mark? We've been to the police
The
place
police
before.
department?
Several times.
No,
Yeah. That's just weird.
no. This is the front
Well,
is
okay,
different.
well, this is a new
We've
background.
been to the police station, but I guess not the police department.
I guess. Oh my God! It's the jester.
Yeah,
it's the mascot thing.
What was it called? Oh yeah, Badgie the Badger. Like I can understand like Badgie the Badger. Like that's just a good pun right there. You got a
He
badger.
doesn't even look like a badger.
But like, yeah, the problem I have is like the design. He just doesn't look like a badger.
Looks like a jester.
Like he's not even a little like a badger. Like you could at least do like the.
You don't even look like a bandicoot.
You could at least do, you could at least do like the Chinese lion thing where you're like, oh, okay, that's supposed to be a lion, but it's a little more like it's kind of like a dog or whatever. But like here, that's just it's more like I don't know, an infant jester.
It's more like this is not even remotely a badger.
C'est non badgio.
It's non-badger. It's no bueno.
Oh, look at it. Oh, the text box is covering it up. Such a work of art.
Stupid text box.
Woo, finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad.
I guess that's how they're getting around. I've been wondering if Phoenix like drives around or.
Yeah. The police department, huh? The police department, huh? I've only ever been.
You okay,
Fuck.
Phoenix? You got a little gravelly there.
Sorry, every time I see "huh" at the end of a phrase, I immediately turn into
Police
Solid
department,
Snake.
huh?
The police department, or a big boss.
Yeah, but we've been. That's what I was saying. We've been to the criminal affairs next door.
Yeah. I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that?
No, seriously, what is that?
Oh no.
That's so beautiful.
Oh no. I didn't ask for nightmares.
You know what's amazing? That like everything else is sprite animated. This thing like is like they had to like wiggle it around.
Yeah, this one has like animation to it.
I
Why
love
is there a
that.
handprint on it?
Where?
There's a handprint on it.
Where? Hold on.
On
Oh,
the- on
there
the vertebrae
is.
cheek.
That means someone touched it while the paint was drying or
Oh
something.
no!
Oh,
Oh, and
that's
its
just-
left eyebrow is all messed up.
Yeah, they didn't finish the.
Oh, what a monstrosity!
Man, I hope this thing isn't new, because if it's new and they already messed it up, that makes me sad. That's a work of art right there.
Oh my god!
Disturbing.
This-
Why does it undulate like that?
Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger.
He doesn't even have the little badger
They're
nose.
trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you should know a lot about the police.
Yeah, I hang out there a lot.
We've been there a lot. I got tased there once.
Oh yeah! No, that was Maya that got tased.
We both got
They
tased.
both got tased?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Thinking about him.
Sometimes I think about him.
Is it from something?
No, it's just like
I know that
a.
was a tweet you made, but like I didn't know if that was like a reference to something.
No, that's just one of those things when I remember something that I really love or something that I find like really cute or just something that's like amusing. So it'll be like, I don't know, like a screenshot of like Wankershim or whatever. And it's just be like, sometimes I'm thinking about him.
It's always been Wankersham.
It's always been Wankershim. Sir.
Sir. Forget the blue badger. Who I want to talk about the blue blur. Where's that guy at? Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger.
Maybe they were the one that the handprint came from?
Dude, that's a good, that would be an album name.
Right.
Dancing with the Blue Badger.
Dancing
It's a little long though.
Badger.
Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Oh
my god! Hi,
See, if I had an
Gumshoe.
editor, I would Photoshop in. I would take the moment when no one's on screen, so you can see the background, and then I'd Photoshop in the shy guy from SCP. So he's just like this sort of like weird, lanky, like pale creature. Uh-oh, he saw me. He's running over here very quickly.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, thank you for that.
Hey, hey, pal. Man, I gotta get a little bit more water. I have been near the end of the stream. I got real dry.
Right. I should also drink water.
Hey, pal. What are you doing here?
Dick, it's me. Do you not remember me? That's my line, Detective Dick. I mean, Gumshoe.
No, it's my line. You stay. You're getting too close to this case, Phoenix. You're getting too close to this line, Phoenix. Back off.
Phoenix line.
I want your badge and your hair gel on my desk. Remember, it was like, Gumshoe, how would you describe how spiky is his hair? Like on a spectrum from like not spiky to full on spiky, it's spiky enough to be in Yu-Gi-Oh, but not spiky enough to be a main character.
Yeah, I remember that. Bring it back. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? Yeah, he just points to the handprint. He's like, Gumshoe, was that you?
Was that you? The Prince match. What? Well,
at least he doesn't seem too busy. Seem
To
to
be
be busy. This is our chance to get information. For a minute there, I thought it was a spelling error.
I would notice that probably.
Yeah.
Did you ever see? No, I think I mentioned this a few times before, but what drives me nuts is when you have spelling errors and stuff in subtitles, because it means that when they were doing like quality control and like playtesting, they didn't have the subtitles on.
Yeah. It's dumb.
I would be a good playtester if that was specifically my job, just to go through the subtitles and make sure that they were accurate.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
I'm not your man, pal. I'm not your pal guy. I'm not your guy friend.
I've got things to do.
It's stuff. Lots of things, lots of stuff. Things and stuff.
I got my hip-hop dance class in like 5 minutes.
The case.
I'm just imagining him, but like in the Bob's Burgers hip-hop dance class. Like he like you don't even change his art style. He just kind of wanders in. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. What? Thanks.
Thanks, Gumshoe.
Thanks, Gumshoe. What? Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime.
Is whatever cut happened on your face, is that ever gonna heal? Is he still wearing that in the later games?
Possibly.
Oh man.
Oh, we're going to that. We didn't I have a theory that it's a mole that he hasn't gotten around to removing, but he's kind of what's the word? Sensitive about it, so he just covers it in a Band-Aid thing.
It's got like a bunch of weird hairs in it.
Oh.
Man, I remember when I
Why
had a
is
mole.
it? Why? What is up with moles and that they like? By the powers of naughtiness, I command this particular hair to be a weird mutant hair.
I used to have a mole above my upper lip
just tweezums.
until I got it removed.
Yeah, I just got a ninja sliced off.
Yeah. Yeah, they basically just numbed it and then like just cut it off with a knife.
And now he shaves like a champion.
Yeah, pretty much.
She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
I would cut it every time I shaved with a razor, which was part of why I wanted to get it removed. It was partly to make shaving
Look, if I don't get it removed, I'm gonna accidentally remove.
Yeah, it was partly to make shaving easier and partly the specific fear of it becoming cancerous from working out in the sun, because I do.
Yeah,
I work in the sun a lot.
That's one of my weird fears.
Yeah. Did you read that already?
She says she summoned.
She said she summoned.
No, I read this.
Sean Connery.
And she killed him.
Hey, sorry about punching you in the face and breaking your daddy's statue. Think we can still be friends?
What is that from?
It's Nun Piece when Luffy's talking like Sean Connery.
Okay, yeah. Well, see, I thought it was a Sean Connery thing, so I was like, what is that?
Nun Piece, not One Piece. It's a One Piece parody called Nun Piece. So I look like a Bond villain, and there's a man running around who talks like Sean Connery. Shit is about to go down!
But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
There was plenty of evidence against Edgeworth. You remember that, Gumshoe?
Well, here's the thing, though, is that so far... Okay, so specifically, I don't think the knife had prints on it. And we have one witness saying that it was her. And we have the chief prosecutor herself saying it was her. However, the chief prosecutor is so weird about it that it's got to be deeper than that. Even if she did do it, there's got to be more to it. It just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But, like, do you think the twist is that, like, it was, like, in self-defense? Like, the detective Bruce Goodman was not such a Goodman after all?
Right. Was that his name?
Yeah. I keep bringing it up because it's such an amusing name.
In here.
Sergeant Bruce Goodman.
No, shut up. I just wanted to look at his name. Shut up, Emma, fuck.
I'm so glad that they're not in the same scenes because I would keep forgetting the accent and just mixing them together.
Dude, I wish they were, simply because I feel like it'd be fun to watch them interact.
Yes, but... yes, just difficult on a technical level.
Yeah.
But what if the evidence was faked?
What if you were faked?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Me or him?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister?
Yeah, pal.
Just please investigate this carefully, okay? Scientifically. Science!
She blinded me with science.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, hold on, I got the... Pal. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you, might want to keep your voices down. Just shouting this whole time. Don't want to be overheard using words like, faked.
Just gets to, like, Armstrong from FMA when he's in the library. There you are, Ulrich! Major, what the heck? Quiet, this is a library.
That was such a good gag.
I love Armstrong.
Man.
Armstrong is like my spirit animal.
Making dank memes has been in the Armstrong family line for generations. See, that's one that's got some legs right there.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that one lasting for 10 years.
Yeah, let's make it last forever. Yeah,
using memes for long periods of time has been the Armstrong
carving things from the mahogany of Malkier 7 has been in the Armstrong line for generations.
Huh? By the way, if I point, just assume that I have read it.
Right.
I wouldn't if I didn't. It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. Maybe Goodman was faking evidence.
Maybe.
And maybe he was like, you'll never show all the stuff I've done. I'll kill you or something.
Right.
So,
maybe.
What are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They, kicked
This
me
is
out.
just where I hang out when I got nothing else to do.
Well, it's not like I'm going around the air vents all the time or something. I have other things. Just Lego Bruce Willis. Not even like Lego whatever his character was. Just Lego Bruce Willis. What's the difference between the Lego Bruce Willis and Lego just Bruce Willis as himself? I mean, he doesn't have different bones because he don't got bones. There we go. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time? Did you sit on a shield? I bet you sat on a shield.
Did you sit on an Edgeworth Sea shield?
Then what happened? You know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all, it would be easy to misplace something like a shield and leave it on a couch somewhere. It's true. We never had we never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Well, I sure hope so. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs right now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. Chief of detectives. And not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you?
None of us. I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
I mean, on one hand, I want to say it. On one hand, I want to say it's odd, but on another, I know that typically, if someone in a high position does a crime, that if they're in a particularly high position, they have to be investigated by, like, an even higher, like, tribunal or something.
On one hand, I want to punch you in the face. On another hand, I want to punch you in the gut.
No, there was Harv. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Half of me wants to shoot you right here. And what does the other half want? To hit you with a truck. Man, that was classic Batman the Animated Series.
What time is it now, or what time are we gonna be done? No, I said soon. Soon. Oh, in the morning. I guess 8. Yeah. Okay, yeah, go to bed. Yeah, go to bed. I gotta do some weed whacking tomorrow. My sister's asking me what time.
Is that a figure of speech?
No, I'm actually doing weed. Like, there's weeds out in our backyard.
And we need to whack them.
I'm gonna take a weed whacker, and I'm gonna whack the shit out of them.
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. You know, it's kind of like that one from the 2000s, you know? It had the mushrooms and the snakes.
Badger.
You'll remember.
I remember that.
You remember the Badger dance?
There come snakes!
Remember Newgrounds?
Remember the mushroom? Mushroom?
Remember Flash animations?
Remember Newgrounds?
Remember the Demented cartoon movie? Yeah, I remember that.
I never saw that one. Remember
Really?
Really?
I feel... Really? I was gonna say, didn't I watch that with you? And I was like, no, wait, hold on. I watched that way before, like, I knew you existed.
Yeah.
That was like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. He's the one who looks kind of like a cowboy.
he's the weird one that calls women bambinas.
He's got some kind of cowboy thing going on.
I don't know what his
You know
deal
that song like Gone Country? This is the guy they're talking about. Officer Marshall.
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
Wait, so his name is Marshall? He still is not here anywhere. Why is he not in here?
So his name's Marshall. Yeah, and he's not in there. Why isn't he in there?
I don't know. That's
Hey,
weird.
let's present.
Let's present something.
Let's. I don't know.
bloody
Show.
knife.
What do you think about this knife?
Hey,
Just
what do you think
touching
about
it with
this
his bare hands. It's getting all greasy.
knife?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. Huh. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky? I need to get used to saying that name to do such a thing.
Sky high. Hey, you think
No.
that when she and her
But if she
sister-
founded a high school,
Dude, if she and her sister, the Sky Sisters, were smoking weed together, they'd be sky high.
yeah.
Oh, come on! Like, not even a little chuckle?
Nah. It's an art, really. You know?
You know what else is an
For
art?
every 420 weed jokes, there's 69 that fail.
You know what else is an art? Face punching.
I'm going to punch your face.
In the face.
Zooms in, he's got a tiny little face on his forehead.
I'm gonna hit you in the face, but it's opposite day.
Oh no!
No, my favorite one is...
Bro, I can't read this line. It's an ellipses. You gotta hit the button.
My favorite one is where it's like, you're getting mugged. No,
You're getting mugged. Ah, that doesn't even work.
That's my favorite.
You're gonna die, kid.
We're
Everyone's...
all gonna die.
Oh.
Gets all the breast.
Just kidding. Oh no. I've realized mortality again. Well, wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
What happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. And on that note, I think we'll call it.
Yeah, as much as I love this chapter, we do gotta wrap it up for tonight.
Yeah. I mean, at least we were able to stream. Like,
yeah.
holy shit, dude.
That was,
Getting this to
that
work
was
like a whole fight.
a struggle. The struggle was real.
Struggle, but we persevered.
It was a difficulty, but
We persevered, we overcame, and then we came
back,
to the stream.
back to the stream.
Yeah, back to the stream.
And now, so, thank you so much for joining us, everyone who is watching this now or later.
Or whatever.
I've been Taylor.
I've been Lou Jack.
And that's Lou Jack with a C. Remember, everyone, to take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.